Otaku Club is among the clubs in ACAD that have like these personalities, like people who are really cool and like funny and very welcoming actually.
Yeah.
हम लोग के फ्यूचर के लिए कुछ प्लान्स है क्या तुम्हारे like clubs के लिए?
Clubs के लिए we have been planning cosplay events as I mentioned earlier.
Hello guys, welcome to episode 8 of ACAD Talk. I am Jugantha Roy from Animation third year, joined by
Garv Sethi from Game Design second year.
So hello Garv,
Hello.
how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
As you might not know, I already know Garv from my club. That there's a small club in ACAD that I have joined from my very first year, and that's Otaku Club. So have you joined the Otaku Club?
Let me tell you this. I am the member of the inner cult.
What's the inner cult?
The inner cult is this small secret society inside the club that
It's not that secret if you just told us it's a secret.
okay, then you'll have to join the club in order to know more about the secret society.
Okay, but about joining the club, I am already मैं already एक member हूँ club का और मैं like sub head हूँ. So what do we do in the club actually? I wanted to ask you that as well.
Well, initially when I joined in the first year, we used to learn about story writing, storyboarding, paneling, creating characters, creating mangas, creating paneling. So it was like a really great experience in the first year.
Oh, that sounds kind of interesting. But
Very interesting.
But what I mean, सबको पता है I think anime like Japanese animation or cartoon whatever. I'm not trying to like wage a war saying it's a cartoon, but
It is a cartoon. Let's
they are
be very
cartoons.
honest.
I mean, they're animation.
Yeah, Japanese animation.
So like the term otaku means like someone who is obsessed with anime and manga and stuff. So what otaku, the word itself plays a role in the activities?
In the activities,
Yeah.
well,
the activities.
you learn how to create characters specifically for anime, mangas, and your own stories, I guess. You learn how to create stories with the general platform of and the whole jitna bhi like how you create a manga. For example, in first year we learned how to create a story using the hero's legacy. Hero's legacy is something like a way to write a story that Japanese mangakas, that is writers, use.
Right.
So like when you join the otaku club, you're doing it the otaku way.
Oh, so since I have joined the club from my very first year, I am now third year, so it's like 3 years for me. And you have been Otaku Club for?
From the very first year, so it's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years for you.
Yeah.
So have you received any character development during the time?
Character development, I would say yes.
Like your actual character development inside, like how it changed you as a person after joining the college. I mean.
It for sure changed me as a person because like when I came in to the college, I was like really introvert. I did not talk to a lot of people.
You're still an introvert though, but yeah,
I am introvert, but like character development means you don't completely change as a person. You change thoroughly. So I guess that makes sense.
Right.
So yeah, in the very first year, I was like a very introvert child. I was 18. I couldn't talk to a lot of people. But when I joined to the club, I found a lot of people like me, like you.
Thank
we
you.
were like, like each other. Like I joined in and I met my seniors and shout out to Sajal Bhaiya and Ayush
Shout
Bhaiya
out
as
to
well, ex-head of the club. So I have been really good friends with them as well and a lot of seniors as well. I joined in and I found a lot of people like me who were in my batch, but I didn't know that they had the same interest as me. So like we bonded over that shit.
That's pretty cool. Like I think Otaku Club is among the clubs in ACAD that have like these personalities, like people who are really cool and like funny and very welcoming actually.
Yeah.
Because
Join
I
us.
don't want to like diminish any club or something, but for being an otaku, you don't need any prerequisite. Like you can be like totally blind to the anime culture and stuff, and still like
We'll teach you.
Anybody can be taught something or anything.
Yeah.
कोई अगर किसी ने भी कुछ नहीं देखा anime, for example, there might be people who don't watch anime or like haven't even heard of it, but still like want to like explore stuffs that are like unique to the college. Because I don't think any other college, no, sorry, I mean most of the college I don't think has a club that is dedicated strictly for anime or things to study.
Personally speaking, first year say I've been learning how to create illustrations. When I came into the college, I was very comfortable with the traditional medium, creating art traditionally. But when I joined in, I met people who already had aced the digital medium, so I learned from them, and I kind of learned how to create illustrations as well, and how to create, stuff that looked kind of professional. So it kind of developed me in a professional way as well.
So that's all the club talk actually. But
Yeah.
to be honest, we are both introverts, as you have already guessed from the our panic faces and how we are stumbling every sentence. लेकिन हम लोग को actually यहाँ पे बंदी बना के रखा गया है.
Yeah, we have been trapped by
We
a
have
leader.
been tapped here by our leader.
Yeah.
She is so very vicious. She has blackmailed
My hands are
us.
handcuffed.
Oh. She has blackmailed us to stay here till we finish this podcast, or we won't be allowed to go home.
My action figures have been taken away from me.
Yeah, our stuff have been like put on display here. We don't even.
This is outrageous.
But you have to visit the Otaku Club if you want to see her or meet her. This vicious leader of ours.
Visit us.
Visit us and meet our vicious leader. If
We won't bite you. Never.
We might bite you. just kidding. Visit Otaku Club and like see it for yourself if you like it or not.
Yeah.
So
You'll love it.
let's move on to other topics that are like crucial to being an otaku and stuff. So I know him. Like you are from, I think, Haryana.
Yeah.
I'm from Assam, that is in the northeastern parts. I think we had a very different experience like with the otaku stuff and culture.
Very different.
Very different. I think.
Very much.
So care to explain how?
Okay. So back in 2014,
2014.
when I was like 10 years old,
All right.
there's this show that started airing on the Indian television.
Oh, okay.
Pokemon. Yeah.
All right.
So I started watching Pokemon when I was like 10 years old. I used to watch, back when I was 3 years old, I started watching this show called Dragon Ball Z. That was my first anime. Unironically, I didn't know it was called anime because I was 3 years old, of course.
Of course.
So I used to watch that show. I loved the characters in it. Vegeta is still my favorite character, right?
There's a Vegeta figure there.
That is Gogeta.
If you can see the.
Yeah, that is Gogeta. But like,
My bad. Sorry, I don't know.
But like, yeah, Dragon Ball Z is still my favorite anime. I used to watch it when I was 3 years old. I grew up when I was like 10 years old. I started watching Pokemon, and I used to watch it with my best friend.
How was your like social experience?
Social experience, it was bad.
How bad?
See, I was like, unlike now, I was introvert. So yeah, I was introvert when I was 10 years old. I didn't have a lot of friends. This is going to turn into a sad podcast if I go in deep. But like when I was like 10 years old, I didn't have a lot of friends. I only I had one best friend. Stop laughing.
You have a friend now?
We are friends.
We're friends.
Yeah, so I had this best friend with me, and I used to draw Pokemon with him, and I got bullied for it for some reason.
Oh my god, drawing Pokemon, that's so bad.
Yeah, collecting Pokemon cards, it was like fun for me, and ironically it was bad for other people. But like, yeah, let's not go into sad shit. Yeah. Okay, so I used to watch Pokemon when I was 10 years old. I grew up to 12. I started watching anime again. I was introduced to the term anime when I was 12 years old.
All right.
Yeah, and I started watching Dragon Ball Z again. Yeah,
You really like Dragon Ball.
I love Dragon Ball.
So what's your favorite anime, girl?
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my god, that's a surprise. Okay, that's a surprise.
It's a surprise. So yeah, I started watching Dragon Ball Z. I then watched Dragon Ball Super. So after being introduced to the term anime, I started exploring the Japanese culture as well. I started looking into Japanese OSTs, that is the Japanese music. I started looking into Japanese mangas, anime, like complete Japanese culture.
So did you have more friends after this? Like after
Okay,
age of 12?
eventually when me and my best friend started watching anime, we kind of influenced the others to start watching it as well. It was slow, but eventually we did. So till 12th grade, all of my friends were watching anime. So it was.
That's a nice ending to a sad
Yes,
story.
it is a nice ending to my story, to my school story. Yes.
Alright. Because I think for me it was quite very opposite because as you have like guessed from my appearance, I'm from Northeast and Assam to be specific. For me, growing up, I used to watch like shows like Kochikame, Yu-Gi-Oh, Inazuma 11 and stuff.
Kochigam is
Yeah,
probably
Kochikame
one of the
is
best.
yeah, yeah.
Probably one of the best anime that aired in Indian television.
Yeah. Then when there were so much restrictions between like cartoon and anime, because as you have heard of Toonami that like got shut down because people complained it was too violent for their kids. It was before the Toonami era because then there weren't so many restrictions regarding violence and stuff. So जब मैं बच्चा था वो सब मैं देखता था then I still didn't discover the term anime. So when I got my first computer, I thought I watched this cartoon when I was a kid, like this Inazuma 11 and stuff. So I started searching them. So as I searched them, I got like these websites and stuff where I could watch anime and other things. So I started watching them. I thought it was pretty cool. I watched all of them. Then I got familiar with the term anime while I was searching for it. Since Google displays you the related searches.
Related searches,
Yeah.
yes.
So like whenever I typed a name, it was followed by a term that was anime. So like it got stuck to my head. Like it's an anime, obviously.
Little you was like, what is anime? So that's how.
Actually, I don't know how I discovered what anime was, but I just it just got stuck on my head that it is something that is like
associated with the shows.
Yeah. So now the thing was for me in school, I already had people who were watching anime. I already
Can't relate.
Yeah, you can't relate actually.
Yeah.
So there was this arc for me where I was watching Naruto, and yeah, it's a very good show.
Is it though?
I know it has a nostalgia factor for me.
True,
so
same.
I watched the first arc of Naruto. I went to school. I discussed with my friends and stuff. I had friends. Sorry.
Can't relate.
So this happened for a majority of my lifespan. Then I joined the college.
That is a pretty happy story, unlike mine.
It started happy. It's still going happy. So back to the topic in hand. Like, what the otaku culture? How do you think it has influenced the rest of the India?
The rest of the India.
Because it's too mainstream now. Anime is too
Very
mainstream.
If I would ask my little brother, who would be like 6 years old, have you watched Naruto? He would probably say yes.
Yeah, my brother as well. I got a little brother as well. उसने भी देख के रखा होगा Naruto.
Yeah.
हाँ.
Doomed.
So,
Doomed.
What?
Doomed.
Why doomed?
I won't say nothing. But like, yeah, let's talk about the influence of anime in India in general.
See, the thing is, I think it's mainstream, but it's still not being aired on like the global, like national television.
I mean, if you would have told me 7 years ago that multiple anime movies would be streaming or like being screened on the PVR cinemas, I would have laughed you on the face and told you 3 slurs. But like, you know, it's very funny that it's being happening here. You know?
Kind of.
The screening, like back
Talking
in 20.
about screening, we do screening in our club, so you can visit it as well.
Yeah,
because
see what we did
hold
there?
like screening sessions for anime, where we like sit down, watch a episode or two or some movie, and then we discuss the movie in details. We go into
Technicalities.
how it's made, how it was made, how the scenes were designed, how the choreography is set for the like acting and stuff. We study things a lot in our club because obviously we're weebs and like we like to delve deeper into things when.
We talked about weeb. Would you like to explain what a weeb is?
I think weeb was a slang that was given to like this, given to people who were too obsessed with certain stuffs, and yeah,
Mainly anime.
It was like taken as an insult before, but I think in the modern era it's like
we proudly wear it.
Yeah, we proudly wear the title.
Yeah, it's funny.
And the quality of anime nowadays has increased dramatically.
Yeah.
Well, I
The
used to
animation
remember
is
that
really good.
time when like yearly there was like one or two mention of two anime, like they were like very good. You should watch them and stuff. And like there are too many animes right now that coming each year that are recommended to everyone. Like, but you can't like watch them all obviously.
Yeah, a lot of animes are on my backlogs. Like I can't watch nothing.
Talk the recent Crunchyroll award that was given to animes. Like I think Vinland Saga got fourth in drama. Vinland Saga is a very great anime. I
Great
think
anime.
It's a very good anime, and it got fourth in drama, and like the fans were like fuming
I
because
believe
it was
Jujutsu
fourth.
Kaisen won something. Like I don't remember.
I think it won cinematography. I think
Okay,
I'm not sure. Can someone fact check that? But okay. So
it's funny.
I think Chainsaw Man didn't win cinematography. That was like robbed.
It was robbed.
It was robbed.
I really do like the cinematography and the use of camera angles of Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, it's like a homage to like old
Yeah.
films and movies. Let's talk anime in general.
Yeah.
So there are like this like trends in anime, like cliche and stuff, like where they're just like I don't know, like people like Naruto who are like hated by the society and stuff. Then they grow powerful, then save some important people, and then they go on the journey. How do you feel about like in shonen anime how like a weakling is becoming powerful? How do you feel about that?
See, that's what I told about when I was talking about the Otaku Club. When we were writing stories, we used that singular
Yeah, hero's
way,
journey.
the hero's journey. We used that in order to write the stories. So that's like the basic blueprint of writing stories. What I think, another one, another hot topic.
Another
Like what I think
okay.
is, Attack on Titan really did a great job.
Bro is back to
Very-
AOT.
Yes,
Bro
Attack
is
on Titan
back.
they did a good job
Oh,
till
yeah.
season 3 when they were writing Eren's story using the hero's journey, because they changed a lot of things using the blueprint, but like changing. He used what was the mangaka's name? I forgot.
Ishiyama.
Yeah, Isayama. Isayama changed a lot
Isayama.
of things according to him. But like, yeah, that's what I like about Hero's Journey, that you can change anything you want and like replace stuff and like change it in order.
Arrange, I don't want to talk about AOT actually.
Let's not talk about it because
Yeah.
then this podcast would become the AOT talks,
The
not
AOT
ACAD talk.
We don't want that.
Yeah.
So also you have already told me like Dragon Ball Z is your favorite anime, but I think it follows the hero's journey, right?
Yeah, it was made in 1998, brother. What do you think?
Bro, there can be anime in 1980.
98, yeah.
98.
I like Hajime no Ippo, probably one of the better animes.
Yeah, it's also a hero's journey. I think majority of the shonen anime follows the hero's journey because it was born from hero's journey.
Yeah, exactly. So that's there. What I feel like is, personally speaking, I don't really like shonen that much now.
Achha, but for clarifying people,
Yeah.
shonen is a term used by the Japanese for associating anime and manga that are catered towards the teenagers. So shonen means boy. There's also teenage boys actually. There's also a term called shoujo that is catered toward teenage girls. So these are the two terms that we have been using and we forgot to mention them. So my bad.
Are bad.
So okay, go on.
Okay, yeah. So growing up, I really liked shonen animes. As I mentioned, I watched Naruto and stuff. But like, see, you get used to a lot of stories, right? Shonen. When you're watching a lot of shonen mangas, you get used to the story because they use the same blueprint, as I mentioned. So like, I started exploring new anime, and then I got to the point when I started watching Senan Anime.
Achha. Can you clarify what's
Alright.
seinen?
So seinen is basically anime or manga that are projected towards kind of a mature audience that
Early
are like
20s.
20 years old and older. So like it has much more mature triggering. It has increased violence or use of mature terms. So like you get the point. It is projected towards a more older audience than the shonen audience. Yeah, so I started watching seinen anime. Probably my first seinen anime was Death Note. A lot of people would agree or like relate to it, because Death Note was like probably one of the first.
Is that not seinen?
It is seinen, I believe.
I don't think it's seinen actually. It's kind of shonen vibe. Like it's very
It's
very
not shonen.
like for shonen anime they follow like this pacing, like that is very fast.
Yeah.
The development is very very quick. When
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Because like shonen anime, they take a lot of time to build the characters.
yeah, they build the character, but I think it has changed them. Like if you know.
Yeah. So okay, talking about the interest, I started like watching anime like Death Parade, Monster, and I started reading.
Do you know the studio that made Monster and Death Parade?
Yes. What was it? It was on top.
Quiz Time with ACAD.
Madhouse.
Yeah, it's Madhouse. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Madhouse was one of the oldest studio to ever exist in anime. Sorry, not to ever exist, but but it made very very quality animes, because back in the days when like there were like no major studios, Mappa, but Mappa was not that popular. Like पहले Madhouse एक था जो like consistently anime series निकालता
It was
था.
like a parent studio to
Yeah, it is a parent studios to a lot of studios that are now founded out.
Makes sense.
So mad respect to Madhouse. See what I did there?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I did.
Sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, Death Parade.
Yeah, Death Parade. I watched Monster, like back in 2021 or something. And yeah, I was watching. I watched Code Geass. Yeah.
Got it.
So like, and that's where like I started looking into anime that had a more mature take. So I read the manga Berserk.
Yeah, you can show to the camera.
Berserk.
It's wearing Berserk t-shirt.
Yeah. Suganta Roy, what did you cosplay as?
It was a very homemade cosplay of Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul.
Same. I cosplayed as Toji from the manga or anime Jujutsu Kaisen. It was a pretty good event, and our club members cosplayed as a lot as great characters from the anime, and it was really successful for the college as well, because like a lot of people came into the event and cosplayed as their favorite characters. But the club members cosplayed as anime characters, and that's what the club plans to do in future, I believe. We are planning to organize cosplay events. We are trying to influence people into coming as characters, dressing up as them. And I actually think that's a pretty great initiative by the club, because I don't think any club does it in the college as well. So that like it's pretty fun.
Like cosplay is one of our main objectives as well, right?
Yeah.
To like present ourselves in like.
Yeah, because that's what being an otaku means. You have to present yourself. You have to like.
I don't think it means presenting yourself, but by presenting as characters that you're very familiar with, you like feel connected to them.
Yeah.
I think and majority of the otakus want to feel connected to their characters.
Because they feel home with them.
Because for like people like us, they like are not like only characters on seats, because we read through their stories. We like know their pains and struggles, how they have went through their journey and stuff.
Yeah.
We want to like experience. We
want to be them.
Yeah.
Be in their shoes and like experience that.
I think most of the anime like and like stuff that are great nowadays are great because they are very relatable to people.
Yeah. Like for example, in Naruto, the character is an underdog and he develops himself into the leader. So like it's the story of a boy who wants to like get acknowledged by people. So it's like quite relatable to a lot of teenagers. Yeah.
Speaking of Naruto again, why are they continuing Boruto?
Let's not talk about it. Even
okay,
I don't
actually,
think.
Don't mind me. Let's talk about things that are better, that are being aired right now.
Yeah.
So what are you excited about these days?
The Dragon Ball Super manga.
Okay. So हम लोग के फ्यूचर के लिए कुछ प्लान्स है क्या तुम्हारे, like क्लब्स के लिए?
क्लब्स के लिए we have planned. We have been planning cosplay events as I mentioned earlier, and club के inside the club we take ideas from the club members as well. जितने भी क्लब में मेंबर्स हैं लाइक एक्टिव मेंबर्स हैं we give freedom to them in order like they can provide us ideas like हम often we play anime games in the club. We we do anime discussions, we do anime screenings as you mentioned earlier, and one of the members he wanted to play a very famous game which is called Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons,
He wanted to play that, so in order to make the most out of the game, we invited all the Otaku Club members to play that game, and we had several sessions of the game.
So let's explain to them how it's played actually. So,
D&D,
yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons is kind of a story-based game. Like you create one person, he becomes
it's a tabletop game. Like you
it's
don't
a tabletop
need anything,
game. Yeah,
you
don't
need a
need
piece of paper. And
you literally don't need anything. You just need papers. You have dice, and you just
a pen for writing stuff.
Yeah, and a pen for writing stuff. So there's this character. There will be this one person who's gonna become the dungeon master, and he's gonna create this big story. And the other characters, the other players will create their own characters and play roles in it. So it's just a role-playing game, a role-playing tabletop game.
So I wanted to point out how it's beneficial for our animation students, because in D&D we create our own character. So there comes the character creation aspect, and now the dungeon master has to develop the story according to the characters that were made by the other people. So he has to improvise and adapt
and overcome.
And overcome, yes.
Yeah.
So so what we did was held this session of D&D. Then we told the other guys to make the character obviously they made the stats and stuff and the story of backstory of the characters. But then we asked them to draw their characters. So they drew their characters. Then in the session we went through different scenarios of character interacting with one another.
Yeah, there was this one scenario.
Yeah.
It was a very funny one where I was this soldier character, and one of the club member was a dragon character, and because of some inner politics, I was thrown into the pile of shit. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite funny.
Yeah, so scenarios like those, we ask them to draw.
We draw storyboards and we draw screenplays according to the scenarios of the game, and it's quite beneficial for the club and as well as the students, because they learn from fun activities as well.
Because I think cinematography and the screenplay are already being taught here.
Yeah.
But
we just enhance it. Right?
We just give them a prompt to act for developing the skill more.
Yeah.
That's fun and all. And what about any other events that we are?
We have this special event, surprise special event that we have planned for the club, which we will announce later on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Very
special. So yeah. That's pretty much it for the.
You can I think talk about the showcase that we're going to be holding.
Yeah, we are having this Otaku Club showcase that we have planned for the coming days, where we will be showcasing the illustrations, artworks, comic strips that has been created by the club members, and also we do hope and we do plan to do cosplays as well on the coming days, but let's see if any other person who's not into the club wants to do that. They're open to do that, but we are going to do it on our own. You are all welcome to do cosplays for fun.
So I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
I think we filled our quota.
Yeah, we are finally free.
We're finally
free.
We are
free from the clutches of the crucible leader. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, अभी क्या करने वाला है तू?
Probably play Tekken.
Tekken. Who do you mean?
Dragonov.
Bro, okay. I mean Reina. Let's face off. So I guess let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this episode of ACAD Talk. Goodbye.
Yeah. Mite ko arigato and bye guys. See you next time.
Saraba.
See this camera.
are you doing, brother?
I am taking pictures of my beloved action figure.
Please click.